to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com. Click the live video link. Subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. Welcome in to a wonderful Monday.
Tank's already been making fun of my shirt, which I'm not a fan of. I like my shirt.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
It's very festive.
Mm-hmm. It looks like you were standing outside the paint booth at a color run or something.
Hey, look, I'm cheery. Okay,
you are.
I want my shirt to say I'm cheery, so people will know it.
Jeremy spent his weekend painting jet skis, apparently, and here he is with his lovely.
All I did was decorate Dixie cups from 1994.
His polka dotty shirt,
so people could take their swish in it.
The swish. Swish day at school was always quite.
It's always a fun day.
Oh yeah, you get to see at least 3 kids just spit it against the wall, which was always fun. You kids nowadays, you'll never know what Swish Day was all about.
No, now you have your safe space to sit in, and that's Swish free. We have our first super chat of the day. It's gonna be fun. King K said, "What's up, fellas? Over the weekend, Joshua Josephs did an interview where he said that when the Commanders called on draft day, he was eating goat soup.
Yeah."
The Tank Spencer special,
yeah.
The goat soup.
Yeah.
I feel like he saw us talking about that and went, I'm going to try goat soup. I hope he didn't get on a commercial airplane.
No, it's not fun. I wouldn't recommend goat right before you travel.
He also followed that up with another one.
Money, 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 plenty of money. Give me loads of money, a lot of dough.
Said I had to share it because it reminded me of when y'all cracked up about Tank eating goat soup, which is still a thing I can't believe you did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have to tell this story just because it's funny. So Factor is a company that sends pre-made meals to your home. With the diet that I'm on, we thought, hey, it'll be easier because then we don't have to cook. We just throw something in the oven and we're good.
Yeah, but
they didn't charge us, and then they sent us a whole thing of food that I can't eat any of. And then I sat here and watched Tank pick through it like he was being this very discerning food shopper, like, tortellini with sausage gravy. I've watched you eat gas station hot dogs and goat soup. You eat it and shut up.
I was just checking out what it was.
Sure. There was skepticism, and King did us a service because I forgot about the goat soup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you had goat soup on your Sportsocracy bingo card, you're off to a good start.
There you go.
We have another super chat.
It's all about the money. All about the money.
And this is a perfect transition to our first story of the day. It's from Red Sea. You got a better chance at seeing a quadruple amputee break Usain Bolt's records than the NCAA having any power. That was very well timed because they have officially said we cannot legislate anything.
Well, I mean, they didn't say it. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, they did.
It wasn't theirs.
They did because a judge looked at them and went, I can't stop it because you do nothing to help me. Brendan Sorsby has been granted an injunction. He is eligible to play in 2026. He will serve a 2-game suspension, and he will not be in the NFL's supplemental draft. And I say, NCAA, will you just do us a favor and just disband? This is insanity. Did you read what this judge put down? Like his decree? It's insane. This is a direct quote. Sorsby demonstrated that he will suffer probable, imminent, and irreparable injury if this court does not issue this temporary injunction because he'll be unable to participate as a member of Texas Tech University's 2026 football season.
Yep.
Do you understand what that judge just said? You committed the crime. You did it. Nobody's arguing that you did it. You're not arguing that you did it. But because it would harm you, in what way it would harm you, I cannot wait to have somebody explain to me.
Monetarily speaking.
No, it wouldn't. He would wind up in the supplemental draft to be a third-round pick. What, it cost him $1 million? Don't gamble on things. That'd be like me stabbing somebody and going to the judge and saying, if you put me in jail, it's going to cause irreparable harm to my social life. Of course it will. You committed a crime, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. I'm dumbfounded that we went to a judge in Lubbock who's probably got old Yosemite Sam, Texas Red Raider underneath the fire them. I don't remember. There's guns up.
No, I already
decreed this.
I already checked. He was a Tennessee grad or a Texas grad. Texas and Houston. So
yeah,
he didn't go to the school. But
so you mean all he got was a summer home financed by some boosters from Texas
100%.
Tech? This is the most insane thing I think I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Also, by the way, when did gambling become a disorder? I mean, I hate to go to the Mitch Hedberg line here, but alcoholism is a disease. It's the only disease you can get yelled at for having. No, Mitch, gambling was too.
Yep.
Ask me how I know.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, I'm going to go to my bank after the show and go, I have a gambling disorder. If you could repay all of it. If it says DraftKings Sportsbook, I need that back.
Ain't it fun? Ain't lawfare fun?
It's insanely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what we were talking about the other day with why college sports has to get together and go, this is what we're doing. Because you can't allow this would have been my argument if I was the attorney for the NCAA. How do I keep people from doing this? So I've made this a rule in my organization that you cannot gamble on your own team. This kid did it dead to rights. He's never disputed it. He's never said it didn't happen. It is not in discussion. He did it. How do I keep anybody else from doing it? Mm-hmm. You're talking about irreparable harm? You just opened the floodgates that every single kid on every single team in college football knows they can bet on their own team and get away with it. Guys that were throwing games, how are you going to prosecute them now? Well, Brendan Sorsby had a gambling addiction, a gambling disorder. Okay. Every guy that gets caught from here on out has a gambling disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing. How do you prove it? How do you prove that? First of all, doctors, let's stop with the disorders, okay? Not everything's a disorder. Some people are just stupid. And that's what this is. You were presented a golden opportunity in college football and told there is one thing you cannot do. A couple others that are smaller, but this is the big one. And a judge just decreed, nope, fine, it's fine, don't care. Don't care. You want to talk about irreparable harm? That's irreparable harm.
Mm-hmm. Question is, what can the NCAA do about it? What can you do?
Fight back.
It's the only thing you can do.
Fight back. No, this is my entity. You don't get to tell me who's eligible and who's not. I run this. The federal government does not run the NCAA. They think they do. And when you go to them for help, then something like this happens 4 days later. How in the world do I trust anything that you're trying to implement? You just had a judge walk in your house, tell you that a employee had committed every violation that you have every right to fire them for, and they said, nah, about that. Mm-hmm. We don't care about your regulations. This is insane.
It is.
I never for a second thought he would find a judge that would, because this basically just busted the NCAA wide open. This is like a ripe watermelon sitting on the sidewalk of every kid that's ever been told they're ineligible. Watch them come out of the woodwork.
Yep.
If I'm a kid that didn't make it, I didn't play in the NFL, maybe I was on a practice squad or something like that. Oh, I'm ineligible? No, I'm not. All those kids that played in the NBA, and now they want to come play in college basketball? Okay, he committed the unforgivable crime, and he found a judge to let him through. I'll find one that'll let me through too.
Yep. You have to raise as big a fuss as possible. I don't know what any good it's going to do. Brendan Sorsby gets to play, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Now, look, selfishly, I'm happy the kid will be on the field because Texas Tech without him would not nearly have been as interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is a national title contender that was not going to have a quarterback. So being a sports talk show host, this is great for me, except for the fact I can see more than 14 inches in front of my face.
Right.
Because I know what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And this is everything I said last week. You want to know why the NCAA is in the shape they are? Because this happens, and what do? Not a thing. They don't lift a finger. A judge told me no. Then go higher. Go higher than District Judge Ken Curry, who, by the way, I would love to see a forensic audit of that dude's bank accounts. Because I don't understand how anybody that understands legalese in any way sees that this is how this should have gone. Am I wrong?
No. There's zero way that you could look at this and go, yeah, this kid's playing by the rules. He needs a chance. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It makes absolute no sense to me. And
look,
and it doesn't make any sense to the NCAA either.
I'm not
they're
trying
sitting
to
back
make
right
this
now going, what do we do?
I'm not trying to make this a social construct. I'm really not. Because for me, this is a football issue. But it does kind of represent a bigger problem that's happening from, I don't know, the West Coast to the East Coast of you commit a crime and then nothing is done to you. What precludes anybody else from doing the same thing? We have, since the dawn of sports, we have said gambling on your own team is the one thing we're not okay with. You can go Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson. That was 100-some-odd years ago. We have always universally said this is the one thing we will not allow. You want to bet on sports? Okay. If you're an NFL player, you bet the NBA, all right, we're going to suspend you. But we're not going to ban you from the sport. Brendan Sorsby did something that has universally been immediate banishment. You cannot do this. And some schmuck judge in Lubbock County basically just said, hey, you know all those things you've ever done? Those don't matter anymore. That doesn't matter. We don't respect your authority at all. And the sad thing is that this happens in courtrooms every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day. The reason we're talking about it is because it affected our job.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, at some point, somebody has to stand up and go, you do understand that laws matter, right? Like, if I own an entity and I set laws for it and you break those, I have to legally be allowed to fire you. If I'm not, then what's the point? Because if I'm the NCAA, I would be looking at this going, I haven't fought anything else. Well, what's the point in me ever fighting anything again?
Look, it plays perfectly into their hands in what they want to happen here. They've wanted the federal law, so they've got another example of this is why we need the federal law. This is why we need the antitrust exemption so we can apply rules like this. If the rules don't matter, then what are we doing? Charlie Baker went on Twitter after this came out. Said, quote, there is no better example of why targeted intervention from Congress is necessary. When you have schools and deep-pocketed supporters willing to look the other way on the glaring integrity threat of betting on your own team and judges whose rulings effectively strip away our ability to stop them, only Congress can equip the NCAA to apply this common-sense rule to everyone fairly and consistently. The Protect College Sports Act would empower the NCAA to enforce rules, including the gambling restrictions. It's needed now more than ever.
100%.
This is your path.
Mm-hmm.
This is all you've wanted. Now you got to continue. The problem is now you got to keep trying to beat Congress's door down when that's not going. I mean, it's not going to help you right now. That bill ain't getting passed today. It ain't going to be brought to the floor in the next 4 weeks.
If I was the head of the NCAA, I would go to Ted Cruz, whoever I got to go to. If you don't pass this now, we will not survive the next 2 years. We won't.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is officially, we are to the point, there is no law. There is no law in college football that you can tell me is that can be actively executed without fear that a judge will knock it down.
Mm-hmm.
Name me one thing that you think a player or a team could do that would actually have them sanctioned.
You don't have.
Do you remember
ability.
sanctions?
Oh, yeah.
You remember when teams would do things and then all of a sudden they got punished? Do you remember the last time that happened? Because I think it was Michigan, and that feels like it's been about 80 years ago. So guys on the sidelines, anything. If I'm Michigan, I'd be losing my mind right now. Wait a minute. You came down on us for breaking one of your rules. We didn't even tangibly do anything. You couldn't prove we did anything. And you hammered us. And now you're going to let Texas Tech play a kid that broke the cardinal rule of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? Miami. Any of these schools that have had anything laid down on them in the last 10 years. I want my wins back. I want it all back. I want my wins back. I want my trophies back. I want the money back. I want it all back. Because you are worthless.
Yep.
And you can't tell me they couldn't fight this.
What
I just won't believe it.
What are you going to do?
Appeal it higher.
I mean,
go higher.
You can try. You can try.
I'm not sure this isn't the only judge in America that would be stupid enough to do this.
No.
I don't know this judge. I couldn't care less about this judge if I tried. If you think what you just did is legal, you have a really flawed sense of legal.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not legal. It's not a question of legal, right? It's what you can prove, right?
They proved it.
And now
They proved he did it. He admitted it.
Yeah, but then
I did the thing.
Yeah, sure.
This is literally the guy that shows up on the courthouse steps with the bloody knife and the head in his hand and goes, I got a disorder. I don't care about your disorder. You committed the crime. Now you have to take the punishment. And this kid would have been a third-round pick in the supplemental draft. It would have cost him $1 million, which is 100% justifiable as his punishment for committing a violation against the entity that he – the NCAA even said, we celebrate that you are trying to deal with your disorder. You are free to pursue your employment and your career, just not with us. There's nothing unfair about that. Zero.
Mm-mm.
And then a judge comes in here that we don't even know what he looks like. He can walk in the door right now. Nobody has any idea. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of something I saw in a TED Talk years ago. When the lawyers start making more money and the doctors start making less money, you're in bad shape. Because it becomes easier to sue than it does to get fixed.
Yep.
That's where the NCAA is right now.
Absolutely.
The lawyers are making more than you are.
Mm-hmm.
And the lawyers are beating you. Which means they are legislating your entity to you.
No more of this keeping professional athletes out. Right? You gotta take all those guys now. I mean, might as well. If there are no rules, then bring on all the what's the guy's name? Jordan Brooks or whatever his name was, the wide receiver that played baseball for 8 years, and bring him on. All those G League guys, bring them on.
It's this one piece of legislation, this one decree opens the door to every one of those.
Maybe that's finally the straw that breaks the camel's back, that gets everybody to realize, wait, we've been kicking this idea around for 8 years. Maybe we should do something now.
We have a super chat about this to put a pin in the Brendan Sorsby discussion. It's from Matt Penn, who said, can we change the name of the segment from Don't Do Crimes to, I guess, Do Crimes? It doesn't matter. They're not going to prosecute you anyway. What's it matter?
Right. Most important message of the day, do whatever the hell you want to.
It doesn't matter. Just find a judge that maybe likes a Red Raider football game. Oh, he went to Texas. Well, I bet his beach house was paid for with a little Yosemite Sam with 2 guns in his hand.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
This September, coming back to Las Vegas, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com.
But starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern,
Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
You don't always have to take my word for it. Listen to this patient of Asheville Smiles. I am so thankful I found Asheville Smiles. I used to be terrified of going to the dentist because of bad experiences in the past. I'd have to take medication just to get through the door, and I'd leave completely exhausted, but not anymore. Thank you to my hygienist and Dr. Merrill for working with me over the past year. This entire practice is the kindest, most understanding group you'll ever meet. You too can get world-class dental care with a hometown heart. Visit AshevilleSmiles.com.
This summer, too many local kids are at risk of going hungry. Ingles Markets and Manna Food Bank are teaming up for the summer milk drive to keep children nourished when school is out. And you can help. Donate at the Ingles on Smoky Park Highway this Thursday, June 11th from 5 to 7 with the Sportsocracy.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets. Just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
everyone's talking about the FIFA World Cup.
But did you know the only place to hear the action for free is iHeartRadio?
What on earth have we just witnessed?
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026
live.
Can you believe it?
Every unforgettable moment.
wherever you are.
Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
And don't miss the U.S. men's team's first match Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
The world will be listening.
How about you?
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingles story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingles is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingles and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at ParksFordHendersonville.com. That's ParksFordHendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. We have the Stanley Cup playoffs that will the finals will continue tomorrow as the Hurricanes just couldn't get it done.
Oh,
I mean, what a lackluster effort in that fourth period or third period, right? I mean, come on.
By the way, can I just say something that I have to say this as a sports guy? Do you know what a quarter is?
Mm-hmm.
Just a very literal term.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter is one what of a whole thing?
Period.
Nope. A quarter is a fraction. What number am I looking for?
Oh,
How
it's
many?
a fourth.
There you go.
Yeah.
A quarter is 1/4 of a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
If there are quarters, there are 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not quarters, it's not 4.
Mm-hmm.
innings, periods. I had about 15 people. I was in a bar Saturday night as the game was going on. And I'm not a hockey guy. I do really enjoy watching it, but I don't know who any of the players are, and it's very hard for me to keep up with that little puck. I'm going to say something right now, and this is to all men. This is just, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but as a man, if you don't know how many periods are in a hockey game, Google that excrement. Don't ask the dude beside you. Really don't ask the dude beside you when 14 other people have asked him. I had to explain that a dozen times. Do you have a phone in your hand? Ask it. It wants your questions. I don't.
Yeah.
I do not want your question. You can ask me anything you want about the sports itself because the Google box won't tell you that. Google that excrement, please.
Because Jeremy's tired of explaining that there's not a third quarter in hockey. Is that what this is?
I have one wife. My wife knows sports better than the vast majority of men I know. I made a contract with her and God that she controls 100% of the naked time I get to have, which means I have to answer every stupid question she's ever asked me. I did not make such a pact with anybody else. Okay? You ask your wife, you ask your phone, you ask anybody but me. I don't care who you ask. Just figure it out. There is something about being the ESPN guy that makes people think, hey, let me go up to him and ask him the most off-the-wall thing I could possibly think to ask, or the most absolutely basic sports thing ever. I love talking to people. I love it. But when you see a person locked into a game, and I'm very excited, like I'm not screaming at the television, but I'm cheering with everything that happens. I really don't want to Hooked on Phonics explain hockey to you. I'm sorry, I don't.
Here's a helpful hint. Don't. Is that not just an option? Just go Google it and then turn away to the television.
I'm gonna make a sign that I carry on a stick that just says Google that excrement, please. I'm gonna hold it up.
Yeah. Okay. See, this is why I don't watch hockey in public places, because people will go, hey, you're a sports guy. That's not a sport. I'm not talking about
100% it's a sport, and it's a great sport. In the third hour of this show, we're bringing back the daily draft. We let that go for way too long, and it has returned. And today, Tank and I are going to argue aggressively about what is the single greatest non-football event in sports, because we have 3 of mine going on right now. 3 of them. And Tank could not care less if he tried. But he'll watch a Red Sox Mariners 7 o'clock first pitch.
Locked in.
Which you know what? I would rather explain hockey to every American that doesn't understand hockey in the world. Just sit them down and explain it. Business manager Megan will be back later this week. We have come up with a new shtick that I'm pretty excited about. Jeremy GPT. We're going to explain football to her through social media, and you can use it for your wives, girlfriends, sisters, brothers, best friends. I don't care who it is. If they don't understand, give me a minute. I promise you I'll get an answer to what you're asking. It's going to be a little vulgar because that's what I am, but it'll explain it. And we're going to start with one Timothy Tebow. We asked Jeremy GPT to explain Tim Tebow. And the answer was
very
chest
nice.
kiss. Very nice. We have a super chat.
Okay.
'Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money.
It's from Red Sea. I believe he's talking about my marital contracts. He said, technically, you did have other contracts. Those contracts just ended prematurely. Yeah. Yes, they did. They did.
And we're thankful for that, right?
I need to find a judge that will render those null and void so I don't have to admit to them anymore.
Oh, unfortunately, you don't have enough money to buy a judge. You know who does? Texas Tech.
If you see me with a big mustache wearing a little cowboy outfit, just know I might own a Judge. It's worth it.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Mostly cloudy through the afternoon on this Monday with the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as the high gets close to 83. More rain should fall this evening with areas of patchy fog overnight and a low falling to 66. Tomorrow cooler with showers and storms increasing into the afternoon as the high approaches 79 degrees. A little bit warmer on Wednesday and still a chance for some wet weather with periods of showers and thunderstorms and a high close to 85. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green's biggest sale of the year is here, so you can stop wasting your weekends doing your own lawn care. Sign up to get 50% off lawn care this summer and let the pros do the work. Sign up at truegreen.com by June 23rd to get 50% off this summer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
With iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. If you manage a business or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way. Call 844-844-iHeart. Again, that's 844-844-iHeart.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
News Radio 570 WWNC, now on the FM dial. Okay, whose butt did we kiss to get this? Oh, that was well worth it. Now covering Western North Carolina on 570 and 92.9 FM.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. One of your homes for World Cup coverage on the iHeart Radio airwaves. It all starts on Thursday. So we'll have our first game for you coming up on Thursday evening at actually afternoon, 2:30. 2:30 start on Thursday for Mexico and South Africa. I don't know anything about the two teams, so hopefully it'll be a good soccer meeting. What do they call them?
I hope that it'd be a soccer match.
Are they games? Matches?
Yeah, it'd be a soccer match.
Sets? Is that how they... How many periods do they have in that specific portion?
They're halves. That's actually let me elaborate. If they play halves, a half is you need two halves to make a whole.
Right.
I learned that in the second grade.
Right. Soccer plays twos of them. Hockey plays 3s of them. Everybody else plays 4s of them.
You want me to give you some bang up analysis on the World Cup? I hope both teams have fun. That's
hope everybody has some fun.
Look, there's a lot of stuff I'll watch. Soccer ain't one of them.
This is one of the one event where the world is coming to us. We try to take our sports elsewhere and hope that it goes well. And usually it does go well. But apparently, Jeremy, they're having troubles selling out Wembley Stadium for the Jaguars-Texans game.
Well, I mean, we've done that 76 times.
Apparently, fans are finally catching on to we don't have to go and get tickets immediately. Because while they've been used to selling out tickets for those international games really, really quickly, they're starting to get concerned that tickets have been available for the aforementioned game at Wembley Stadium for a couple of weeks now. And still, you can go on to the ticket websites and you can find as many as 12 seats altogether that are just there ripe for the picking. And the question now is, has the NFL outpriced itself internationally as well as nationally?
I mean, it's not that expensive. A seat to tonight's game at Madison Square Garden is $12,000 to get in.
Which is nanners.
That is outpricing yourself. Mm-hmm. And, by the way, I promise you it'll be sold out. I don't care who's there. It'll be sold out.
Oh, eventually.
And Stephen A. Smith, we don't care what you think.
Nobody asked you.
Nobody asked.
Shut up.
I'm going to start doing that. I don't want you there. Who the hell is that guy? And why does he look like Luke Combs' fat older brother?
We asked him not to show up. Guess what? That only makes him want to go more.
100%.
So you should probably just, hush a little bit. Yeah, no, see, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wow, so fans, they're really tired of getting gouged. And then I went to the website and cheap seats are like 80 pounds. So, I mean, that translates out to $100.
That's a heavy seat. It's an 80-pound seat. They need to lighten those seats a little bit.
It's not the weight limit on the seat. I know that much.
Oh, is that their money? Yeah, I don't understand other people's money. If you're going to write the story in America, put it in America dollars, because I don't know what I don't know what these other things mean. You can tell me a seat is 5 million lira. Is that good? Bad?
I don't know. I don't know where the exchange rate's at these days.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I don't work on the money exchange. I don't tend to trade commodities all that much. So I'm a sports talk guy. Maybe you could simplify this for me. It'd be sweet.
They're really concerned. They are really concerned.
How many pounds are in a dollar? I've never had a dollar that weighed a pound. To me, that'd be hard to carry around.
Yeah.
My story's about Florida football. Billy Napier had a bit of a rough weekend. Former player goes on a podcast, and he was asked a bunch of questions. The player's name was Jonathan Odom. He was a tight end at UNLV, or he was a tight end at Florida, excuse me. He played for Dan Mullen. He played for Billy Napier. Goes on a podcast, and, he was just asked some questions. Why'd things go so sideways? This was the Elliot Caldwell podcast. And they just asked him some questions. And he said, with Billy Napier, it was pretty simple. He was good in the short term. He could do the on-the-field thing. It was all the off-the-field stuff that Dan was not particularly good at. By the way, that's a cautionary tale to any Power 4 school that decides they want to hire Dan Mullen, because I've heard that a lot. He was not good at playing the game. Then they asked about Billy Napier, and he said a bunch of things. Napier, he just didn't have the mindset. He would fold anytime we got into pressure situations, and he just became super predictable. If I'm a defensive coordinator watching our film, I could predict everything that was going to happen. He wanted to have his hands on everything. He wanted to be the one controlling everything. Offense, defense, special teams. But then he said something that got, as a football guy, this is about the biggest death nail you can say about a coach. He said, we would come off the sidelines. I'd tell my tight ends coach, hey, they're doing this. Maybe we should do this. The tight ends coach will get on the headset and go, hey, Napier, Odom says they're doing this at the line. Maybe we should try this. And he'd be like, we're not changing what we're doing for one gap. It was his way or the highway. And I can tell you just from watching Florida tape over the last handful of years, I always said the thing that got me about Billy Napier is I never saw an adjustment. Whatever they did in the first quarter was exactly what they were going to do in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
He just wasn't a very good coach. And sometimes that happens. You're such a smart X's and O's guy that you can outcoach people at the Sun Belt level, but then you get to the SEC and you're seeing Kirby Smart and you're seeing Nick Saban at the start, now Kalen DeBoer. You're seeing the highest guys that you're not going to out X and O these guys. If they're not smarter than you, they're every bit as smart as you. You have to be able to adjust. What can you do on the fly? And that's why you see a lot of coordinators that just never make it as head coaches because they have no ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to do it. They're used to somebody telling them how to adjust. And so once you tell me how to adjust, I got it. And I can X and O that up, and I can take advantage of what they're giving me. Billy Napier never had an ability to do that. And I do think it's funny that James Madison just went to a college football playoff. They lost Chesney, who I think is one of the better coaches in college football. And they get Billy Napier. Woof. Woof.
He'll be fine at that level.
I don't know that he will. I think the book's out on Billy Napier.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I think the book is out. We know what you're going to do. We know how it's going to go. And I don't know that he will be great at that level.
If he did it once.
I will tell you this. Going from Mike Houston to Kirk Cignetti to Bob Chesney to Billy Napier, one of those things is not like the other. One of those things is going to get his ass kicked. That'd be Billy Napier.
Again, thank God he's at JMU, and you'll have a chance to win some games there.
I don't know.
The guy won like 12 games a year at Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he can do it at JMU.
Not so sure of that. Not so sure of
Why?
that. What JMU has done really well is develop players. Can you name me a player Billy Napier ever developed? And look, because you can say whatever you want to about Mike Houston, who I'm obviously very biased towards.
Mm-hmm.
You say whatever you want to about Bob Chesney. I don't care. Say what you want. They were great developers of players. Those guys go to Indiana and win a national title.
Mm-hmm.
That's what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen anybody that Billy Napier was able to coach up and get more out of. If you don't believe me, go watch the absolute atrophy of DJ Lagway under Billy Napier.
Mm-hmm.
It is impressive to watch. I've been churning tape on quarterbacks just to get a better feel of what we're walking into here in the year of the quarterback. DJ Lagway, that atrophy should be studied. I don't know that I've ever seen a quarterback that showed up more competent than they were 2 years into their college experience. He was a better quarterback as a senior in high school than he is right now.
Interesting.
And if Dave Aranda gets the best out of him, whoo, you talk about an indictment on Billy Napier.
Yeah.
Dave Aranda couldn't find a good offensive football player if you gave him a treasure map. Here go Josh Cameron. You lucked into that one, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 Super Chats to get to.
My.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this
The first one's from our buddy Great North Sports. You can find him on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on the YouTubes. You can hate the World Cup all you want, but odds makers in the U.S. and Canada don't get it. Wager responsibly. And then in parentheses said, I know a guy who knows guys. I will listen to David on how to bet the World Cup. and I'm going to wager not watch. I'll wake up the next morning, look at my DraftKings account, and go, yeah,
thanks,
better,
David.
better.
Okay. It's not enough money in the world.
You also wager like 45 cents at a time.
Well, of course. Who has more money than that to throw away on gambling?
Red Sea said Billy Napier is the Drew Petzing of college football, and thus equally hated by yours truly. I had a feeling we'd hear from Red Sea as I told that Billy Napier story.
Oh yeah. He was going on and on as you were rambling about it. Just, I'm so glad he's gone. As you should be.
Billy Napier is one of those coaches that I just look at and go, that's one of the worst college football hires in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Nobody saw it coming, apparently.
I mean, do you remember one worse? There's a very obvious one that ties directly into yours truly. His name was Willie Taggart.
I'm trying to. I mean, this Bill Belichick.
He's not there yet. He's not there yet. I'm not telling you he won't be. I'm just saying he ain't there yet. Charlie Strong at Texas.
That's a good one.
Brian Harsin at Auburn.
Yeah, but we knew that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, but they didn't for some reason. That's what always blows my mind when they're that obvious. How did you not know that wasn't going to go well?
Mel Tucker at Michigan State. That's a good one. Thank you for that, Matt.
That was a bad one, but more because of he was doing some stuff.
Well, it wasn't good anyway.
He wasn't a terrible coach.
He won like 7 games his first season, and then 2 after that.
No,
it weren't
Mel
good.
Tucker went 11-2. They went to the Peach Bowl,
and then
he went 0-7 and got fired.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, look, if you go 11-2 at Michigan State, you get a little bit of leeway. Oof. I didn't realize other than that one season. Mel Tucker at Michigan State went 11-2 in 1 year. He went 2-12 the rest of his tenure at Michigan State, which makes you wonder, what was 21? What did you do there? Maybe he
didn't have to recruit those players.
Maybe. Well, he went 2-5 with them the first year. That 1 year was sandwiched in between 2 absolute grumpers.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Willingham at Washington. I forgot that one. Oh, he was bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gary Burt says 90% of South Carolina's head coaches.
Will Muschamp was a name that I'm wearing a South Carolina hat right now because I am doing a South Carolina show later tonight. I was trying to avoid Will Muschamp as long as I could. That's another one Florida did.
At least it wasn't Derek Dooley. At least you didn't.
Oof.
You got the Tennessee fan rolling her eyes.
Oh, yeah. Old Derek Dooley. Florida's had a really bad run of head coaches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was the thing that shocked me the most about Derek Dooley's latest run for public office. I thought running the Tennessee football program into the ground would definitely get you elected in Georgia, and apparently it does not.
Nope, that's not good enough.
Apparently everybody in Georgia
I would love to have seen him run in Tennessee.
Oh, that'd have been bad. He'd have lost to Hitler in one of those.
Mr. Spencer's views do not necessarily reflect those of the rest of the entity. Do you realize who Florida's hired since Steve Spurrier?
Oh, dear.
So, they hired Spurrier in 90. Spurrier was great.
Mm-hmm.
Urban Meyer was great. The only thing is that Urban Meyer was you can't really screw that up. He was fantastic everywhere else that he's ever been. Do you realize how bad the other coaches have been? Ron Zook has the highest winning percentage of any coach at Florida other than Dan Mullen and Jim McElwain.
Wow.
Oh. I mean, but it's Charlie Strong, Will Muschamp, DJ Durkin, Randy Shannon. Randy Shannon's been bad for every school in Florida at some point. Hammer recruiter. Horrid head coach. Dan Mullen, Billy Napier, Billy Gonzalez, and John Summerall. Oh. Now, to be fair, I like Summerall a lot. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best hire they've made in a long time. He's also recruiting lights out at Florida.
Yeah, it constantly that is constantly the but though. Okay, sure, but they felt this way about Billy Napier too. John Summerall may not be able to coach his way out of a wet paper bag at the big level. Who knows?
I feel better about Summerall than I ever did about Napier. The problem with Louisiana was always, how is that offense supposed to work in the SEC? Because people don't remember this. They ran a lot at Louisiana. They had 3 NFL running backs at UL Lafayette. Mm-hmm. That's a lot for a Sun Belt team. It's Eli Mitchell. I can't remember the other two. There was another one that I liked a lot. Mitchell was my favorite of the 3, but there was another one that I liked a lot, and I can't remember his name. Mm-hmm. John Summerall, that's a little different.
It's one place you don't want to be. You don't want to be a big program that is looking at that next level of coaches going, well, maybe he's a wonderkind. Maybe.
Well, every once in a while you'll hit one of those.
Maybe.
The vast majority of the time it goes to the Billy Napier way.
Exactly. The vast majority of the time you go, guess what? We're getting the hot shot dude from Cincinnati. And then next you turn around and go, oh, crap. Why did we get that guy from Cincinnati?
Oh, it's Luke Fickell. I will say they have a name for him at Wisconsin that changes one letter in his last name. I really wish I could say it on this show, but I can't. Mm-mm. And once I heard it, now I can't unhear it, and I have to think about saying his name every time it comes up on this show.
See, that's the kind of nickname that you don't want to get. You don't want to get the nickname where everybody goes, I hate you.
Mike Norvell.
Everybody to know it.
Gary Burst in the YouTube chat said Mike Norvell. Yep. Mike Norvell that's a bad word at my house. He had that one year. He didn't mean to. Mm-hmm. That's one piece of solace that Florida can take. At worst, you'll be the second best program in the state of Florida because Florida State's awful. I'm not even getting excited about it this year.
No.
I fell for it when they beat Alabama. I was like, go? Maybe? And then just, boop. Virginia, boop. Everybody else.
Congratulations, Florida State. You're the 6th worst team in the ACC. Yay.
Oh, I would say they're worse than that. I would say
I don't know. I mean, you know Carolina's behind them.
If Florida
Boston College
State
sucks.
If we did a tournament of all of the teams in the state of Florida, I'm afraid Florida State would lose in the first round.
To St. Thomas Aquinas.
No. Although St. Thomas Aquinas probably has more NFL players right now than Florida State does.
Right. Those dudes can ball.
I do keep looking at Deuce Robinson like, oh, you don't know what you signed up for. I'm going to be a first-round draft prospect. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I love you, and I think you're going to be a real good NFL player. I don't like your forecast for this season.
Stanford, Carolina, Boston College. I know definitively those 3 could not win the SAC.
Which 3?
Now. Carolina, Boston College, and Stanford. They're terrible. There can't be that many more till you get to Florida State. Maybe 3.
Don't love that you said Stanford right there, but the other 2 I can agree with you on.
Wait, is Stanford supposed to be good this year?
They have players. They always have a couple. Bill Workman said Cal could also be behind Florida State. No, they can't. You know how I know that? Because they have the number 1 quarterback in the class of 2028. That by itself is enough for me to say better than Florida State.
Yep. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. We'll start getting back into two-a-days when we come back.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Mostly cloudy through the afternoon on this Monday with the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as the high gets close to 83. More rain should fall this evening with areas of patchy fog overnight and a low falling to 66. Tomorrow cooler with showers and storms increasing into the afternoon as the high approaches 79 degrees. A little bit warmer on Wednesday and still a chance for some wet weather with periods of showers and thunderstorms and a high close to 85. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Yep, he's planning another project. So this Father's Day at Lowe's, tap into free gifts for Dad. Save big and get a free Select Craftsman power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt battery kit. Valid through 7/14 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
In this edition of the Marketer's Report, Scott Hinchelwood, a director at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, talks about the power of live events.
We've been working with iHeart now going back to your beginning, and we have over 60 iHeart station partners out there telling our story, and it really helps drive that St. Jude mission home and share our patients and share our mission.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live events, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Some days, self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey, but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. Learn how podcasting can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Atlanta Braves are on a mission, and night after night they're making their case as one of the best teams in baseball.
3-2 to Drake. And he swings and hits a missile to deep right field to the chop house and out of here.
Chopping toward another playoff run.
Olsen hits it well. Deep center field to the wall and gone!
The Mountain's home for Braves baseball is ESPN Asheville. Proudly brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. It is time for the two-a-days to continue. We did a little bit of a break there on getting you, fully prepared, each and every NFL team for the upcoming 2026 season. And then we were like, hey, we should probably finish that before the offseason's over. So we got to start now because we still got a bunch more to do. So we're going to talk about the
Hammond Bears.
The Wolf Lake Bears.
Well, I mean, any conversation with the Bears has to start on the stadium deal, right?
Yeah, it's dumb, but I get it.
Okay, explain that.
Well, it's dumb that they're moving out of the city. I hate that.
Well, we don't know that they're moving out of the city.
Well, they're probably going to.
It doesn't confirm that they're going to move out of the city. It's just, as it was said, Indiana is currently in the lead.
It pushes that button of your local legislature to go, hey, that stuff we've been asking for. Well, guess what? We got a deal in place. So now it's up to them.
You can't do this.
I mean, you can. You absolutely can. There's plenty of teams that do it.
It won't go the way you think it will.
I don't know that in the grand scheme of things it'll really matter. You're not going to lose many people doing it.
Oh, I don't agree with you at all.
Oh, you think the Bears fans will just cash it in and go, I'm not driving to Indiana to go to a game?
How many times have you seen that happen? San Francisco 49ers are a great example of it right now. San Francisco's fan base has never been less rabid than they are right now because I don't know if you know this. It is practically impossible to get to Santa Clara from San Francisco in under 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have a rocket ship or a helicopter.
Is it really cutting into their business, though?
No, because San Francisco has something Chicago doesn't. Really nice weather. So you get Super Bowls and events in that stadium and things like that. Chicago doesn't get that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I hate to tell you this. They're not doing big blowout stadium tour shows in Hammond, Indiana. So you can build this little development park all you want to. It's not going to do what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I say this politically to the city of Chicago all the time. At some point, you have to use some common sense, which you're currently not doing.
No, it's not.
And I get it. Real estate in Chicago is way more expensive.
Yeah.
You don't have the weather to do a lot of these outdoor things that they do in other places.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot look at what happened in San Francisco. You can look at the bad, which is that the fan base has been salinated. You look at that stadium from time to time, and there are a lot of fans of other teams. Look at the ticket prices. It's not that hard to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you look at – I said the same thing with Cleveland. Cleveland Stadium, I've heard Browns fans rake that thing over hot coals for years. I know exactly where it is. It's in a perfect spot.
Mm-hmm.
You want to build a bigger stadium far away? Okay. Watch your fan base get less rabid. It happens every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you start pricing out the every fan. Because the every fan can't afford it. They can't afford the tickets with the travel, with the parking. Where it's at now, I can Uber down there. That cuts out, even if my Uber's $100, $50 each way, I can still get there.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it this way, I've got to drive. I've got the gas. I got to get the family in the car. I got to wrangle all these cats to just get there, then pay to park. Then I'm stuck trying to get out of it. It's a huge headache.
Now, how much better does it make it for people who don't live in the city? If I don't have to go to Chicago anymore and I get to go to Hammond, Indiana.
Is that a destination?
No, but I don't care. I'm going to the game.
If I had $1 for every, but that's not, you're missing the point. If I had $1 for every person that's asked me about what is there to do around stadium blank, I wouldn't be a millionaire, but it'd have a comma in it. Because I get asked that all the time, because we've been to practically every stadium in the NFL. Between Tank and I think we're missing like 5. And 2 of them we pick up this year. You make a weekend out of it. That's what you want, for this to be economically stimulating. You want people to come into your city. You want them to stay in your hotels, eat at your restaurants, all of those things. They're not doing that in Hammond, Indiana. They're not. It'll be a one-off. You'll get a bunch of people in that area of Indiana that will become Bears fans, which they probably already were. If they weren't, they were Colts fans. And it's not going to mitigate your losses. You have to find a way to make this work. I mean, look, I've worked very closely with a team that's done this for years. The New York Jets are the New Jersey Jets. So are the New York Giants.
Yep.
Now that one, I somewhat get, because I don't know where in New York you would think you could put a stadium that big. It's just, it doesn't exist. You've got to get somewhere outside of the city. Now, you could have gone a different direction, but I don't know that it would have satiated the problem all that much. Chicago's different. There's a lot of places a stadium could go in Chicago. I mean, we were just in Chicago not that long ago. That's a very old city on the outskirts.
They've got a place. They've got a place where they could already put one. I've seen it. I've seen the artist renderings. I've seen the plans. And it looked like a hell of a place. You put it down on the, I don't know what that district is or whatever, but it's like the museum district. There's museums all over the place, and you got this big, wide open green space right along the water there in Chicago. That's where they wanted to put it originally. And I don't know what, I hadn't been following it that closely to find out what
According to the governor, it's that the Bears have been I think the phrase he used was, or his spokesman used, was they've been a moving target. We don't know exactly what they want.
Well, of course they're a moving target. They're trying to get everything out of you that they can.
And that's fine. Just understand, if you move to Hammond, Indiana, it's not going to go the way you want it to.
Yeah, well, it might not be as good. It may not be as good as continuing to have having a stadium downtown.
Look, Chicago is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. There are two kinds of people that know that and people that ain't never been to downtown Chicago. I mean, if you walk around downtown there and go, you know what, I like – I'm trying to think of the most random city I could – Paris, Texas, better than this. Then you're a lunatic. Chicago's fantastic.
Okay.
But you've got to have that close enough to the city that you can commute it. I mean, this gets into a way bigger discussion. But I've watched this whole thing going, please stop doing this. Please stop building stadiums 50 miles outside of the city that you're in. I could tell you
the dumbest thing.
I could tell you the logistical issues until I'm blue in the face. It's going to keep happening solely because real estate's getting so expensive. These stadiums are so massive that you can't put them in these big towns. Chicago does not have that problem. As you said, we drove right by it, saw it, and went, oh, yeah, that would be sweet. That would be sweet.
Yep. But
I've had this fight with the Panthers for years. Your stadium is in the perfect location. You're not going to find a more perfect location, which is why you need to renovate the stadium. Stop trying to build another one.
And that's why we're getting ready to see a $1 billion renovation in downtown Charlotte, because you have the perfect piece of property. You just need to upgrade it. You need to make it a little bit more in tune with all these other stadiums.
Yeah, Soldier Field does not have that.
No.
You can upgrade that thing till you're blue in the face, and it's still going to be.
So the Bears may be moving out to Indiana. It's the latest play in the fight with the state lawmakers and the city shot callers in Chicago. Of course, they want.
And by the way, I love Indiana. Just to be clear, I love the state of Indiana. Indianapolis is one of my favorite trips we go on every year. That's not a shot at Indiana.
Love the state? Or
I love the state.
Indianapolis?
No, I love the state.
That northern stretch of Indiana is quite boring.
Well, I mean, I'm also biased because I don't drive it. I will say their cops are super out. I mean, we know as soon as we hit that line because you will not speed in that state. By golly.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, the people are
amazing. You know it
See,
when you almost get to Chicago where you hit you hit just outside of Gary, Indiana, and everything starts to really rust.
See, that's where I think I'm different from you. I care more about the people. I mean, because every state has big cities.
Mm-hmm.
They just do. Every state's got a city that you can go, hey, I love that one. The people of Indiana are fantastic.
Yeah, they're great people.
There are certain states that I cannot say that about. I'm not going to list them right now, but Tank knows exactly where I'm talking about.
There's some.
There was one state we went to that I went, why do we let them be a thing?
Are you talking about Wisconsin
I
again?
didn't say anything.
The people of Wisconsin were fine. It's just their roads suck.
I was more talking about the government of that state, but
sure. Well, every government sucks. I mean, except for the FCC. We really like the FCC. Those guys are fantastic. On top of it, all the time. Love you, Brendan. I hate all of it. Any team that has your stadium outside of where you live, I'm not a fan. New York, both those teams, never really got it. Never really got it until I went there.
And then you looked around and went, where were we supposed to put this here?
Sure, yeah. Where are we going to put that thing? I mean, I understand the logistics of it. Cannot happen. Don't have the property. Has to go here. Okay. But I also would like to, point out that teams have done this before. So everybody who's getting all upset, it's just a travesty that Chicago Bears they got to be in Chicago. Well, they don't. They don't.
They should, though.
Lots of teams have done it, and I think they're doing just fine. I think the Washington Commanders have been doing just okay in Landover, Maryland.
Yeah, that one's a little bit different.
How is it different?
Because you have no competition really for teams in that beltway. That is Commander land.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and now I'm biased because I'm not going to lie. I do radio shows that span that whole area, and they are Commander rabid.
Mm-hmm.
They also really like to say, I don't use that name. I do not recognize that name. I will still call them by what they were formerly called by. Except for one little spot. I seem to hear that a lot.
Yeah.
That one's different because I don't know where you would – there is no place in D.C. to put – first of all, D.C. is tiny,
mm-hmm.
and it is overrun. Chicago doesn't have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago is huge.
Hey, you give him a little bit more time, maybe old Donnie could put the Commander Stadium right there in the South Lawn.
Oh, yeah, as much as he's struggled to put an MMA fight on, I would pass.
Did you hear him say the other day that he was going to leave it there?
Just forever.
He just wants to leave. He just wants to leave the octagon there. I
know you have to.
Can we get some use out of it?
I know you have to do these things. I'm well aware. I will run away from a television at this point. I don't want to know.
I don't want to
know. It's just going to piss me off.
It does get to that point.
I can't do it.
What's the dumbest thing I'm going to hear today?
I cannot do it. I live in my little sports bubble. I have never been more sported up than I am right now.
If he's going to start signing up like House and Congress, Senate members to fight each other in the octagon for his
I'll build the first card in my head right now.
Let's go.
I'll build the first card in my head right now, but we have to go 1990 UFC style. Of like, we're fighting until somebody cries. Somebody has to defecate their pants, and the only thing you're not allowed to do is the fish hook. That's a no-no. Everything else, let them go.
Everything else is fair game. I don't know. I mean, weekly congressional kickboxing matches might be fun.
That's the stadium of the Chicago Bears.
Yeah,
but
sure.
The team is awful fun to talk about, too. I just don't see it the same way everybody else does.
What do you mean?
I think Chicago's about to see what they really have. And I've said the Caleb Williams thing so much that I don't need to revisit that. I want to talk about everything with the Bears that doesn't involve Caleb Williams. And I think as I do that, you'll start to understand what it is I'm talking about.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
This September, coming back to Las Vegas, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com.
But starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet?
I hear people say all the time, I'd love to go to the dentist, but I just can't afford it. Well, think again. Asheville Smiles and their new location, Arden Smiles, are making dental care accessible, even if you don't have insurance. They offer membership plans, third-party financing, and even 0% interest options to help fit your budget, because everyone deserves a healthy, confident smile. You can learn more at AshevilleSmiles.com. Asheville Smiles and Arden Smiles, where you get world-class dental care with a hometown heart.
I'm Amy Grant. No one was more surprised than I was to learn I was living with a rare heart condition. So listen to your heart. I'm here today because I did. Learn more at helpheart.org.
Everyone sees me as a football player, but before anything else, I'm human. I'm Javier El Chicharito Hernandez, and every single day I'm still learning how to live with problems, mistakes, ever since I was born. This isn't a normal podcast. Everything here is spontaneous, real, and genuine. Just honest conversations about what it means to be alive. I'm Javier El Chicharito Hernandez, and this is Learning to be Human. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Learning to be Human, and listen now.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard message and data rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013, or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
You were just dumber than a bag of hammers.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. Follow us on all the socials at the Sportsocracy. I think we got a couple of super chats that we missed.
We do.
So we got to hit those before we get too deep into the Chicago Bears, or the Wolf Lake Bears. Two-a-days.
It's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
First one's from Colin, who said 48 months. Let's go. What up, Jeremy and Tank? I believe that means that Colin is up for re-election.
Mm-hmm.
I keep a gavel for just such instances.
Mm-hmm.
Decided.
There you go. Is Colin running against anybody, or is this just like a California governor's race? Just everybody can run.
He's not going to stop. He's been on one all day.
Sorry. They had like 61 candidates. That's insanity.
And you know what? They're all idiots. Like every single one of them's an idiot.
Every damn one of them. All them Democrats and still have to cheat. Shocker of shockers.
And then one more.
Money, money, money. All about that money, money, money. I do this for my hustle.
Also from Colin, he said, so hearing Spag hyping up the new D-lines, great to hear, because he doesn't do it a lot. Look, I've said this. Kansas City, I hope you got your shots in last year. Because if you didn't, it's going to get a little bleak this year.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They did sign Peter Woods about an hour ago.
Oh, well.
So they got I always laugh when we make a big deal about the draft picks of, hey, when was the last one that held out? Because there's nothing to hold out over. I mean, other than Shamar Stewart.
I was going to say Shamar Stewart's the only one that's
unless you got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals, I promise you're not going to hold out anytime soon. Because they're the only team that didn't get the memo about, hey, we made this way easier.
The two-a-days continuing here in the Sportsocracy. Talk about the Chicago Bears. Lots of high hopes for the Bears this year, coming off of a championship in the division last year.
Sure.
And now, can they do it again is the question.
What is this team good at?
I mean they're okay at a lot of things, aren't they?
I would say they're good. I think the offensive line is going to be great. I am a little scared about that left tackle spot, but I'm going to put a pin in that to potentially talk about, down the line. The line should be really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love your running back room. I never have. I am dumbfounded that they haven't added somebody to that. Am I alone in that?
That's fine.
As important as that was to Ben Johnson in Chicago, to just keep rolling with DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monaghan. Which, look, Monaghan was good last year.
I was going to say, they both were pretty good last year.
DeAndre Swift was good last year.
Yeah.
It didn't have a whole lot of tote, but I think it's funny to have watched Ben Johnson go from what he was in Detroit. This is also a really good sign of a good coach. He didn't just win one way. But, that offense looked different last year than what I saw in Detroit. And if you don't believe me, just look at, rushing yards. The Bears were third in the NFL in rushing yards last year with absolutely nobody back there. It was just a big committee of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's going to continue. Do you know how many guys for this is one of those weird stats that I saw while we were working on these things. Do you know how many guys had a 10-plus yard rush for the Chicago Bears last year?
4.
It was 8.
8?
Had 8 different guys that had a double-digit yard carry, which is that's odd. Very few teams that I've ever seen have that. They were very creative, we'll say. Do you think the defense is good?
Ish. Maybe.
I think that was the most non-answered answer I've ever heard in my life.
Well, look, you took my favorite player off of this team, and now I look at it and go, there's some buts.
When you say they took your favorite player off this
Jaquan Brisker. You know how much I love Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah, that one. I promise you there's not many Bears fans going, oh, shucks or doodles.
Well, I think you should be. He was one of the best players you had.
No, he was not. Not even close, actually. But, look, this is a team that defensively was not great last year. They gave up more yards than the Jets. They had the 4th worst defense in the NFL in terms of yards allowed last year. That's hard to wrap your brain around. I'll tell you another thing it's hard to wrap your brain around. They weren't even in the bottom 10 of points allowed. Just for clarifying why I'm saying that, that doesn't happen. When you see teams that give up a lot of yards, they tend to give up a lot of points. And if they don't, it's very cyclical. And it's usually very lucky. I don't think that defense is all that good.
Okay.
And what scares me about that is how many shootouts they wind up in with Caleb Williams. Because I don't know how much more juice you've got left to squeeze out of him. There's this big myth that guys come into the NFL and they just get better year after year after year. No, they don't. No, they don't. I'll show you the stats if you want it. Guys tend to be, in year 3, they tend to be what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some guys haven't had an opportunity. Caleb Williams had every opportunity. He's been in there since second 1 of being a Chicago Bear. And I just don't know how much better it's going to get. And so I mix that with the schedule. And the schedule is where I really get hung up on the Bears. First of all, the Detroit Lions have the easiest schedule I think I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You start ridiculously easy. You go to the Panthers, which will be a homecoming game for Ben, which to me, I'm not going to say it's not a Bears home game. This is not as bad as, some other places. Ben's got a lot of fans in North Carolina, and there are going to be a lot of people that show up at that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's going to be as true of a road game as people think.
When was the last time Bears fans that live in this area had a chance to go see the Bears locally? It's probably been a while.
I couldn't tell you the last time the Bears been. I mean, it's been within the last 8 years, but I couldn't tell you when.
Sure.
So you start with that one. You got the Vikings. You got the Jets in the first 4. You get the Eagles, but you catch them on a long week because it's on Monday Night Football. Then you go Packers, Falcons. Packers with no Micah Parsons. Atlanta Falcons are what they are. It's after that you better start 4-2 or 5-1. Because if you don't, it gets ugly in a hurry. As you go Patriots at the Seahawks, Buccaneers, Saints, at the Lions, Jaguars, Dolphins, at the Bills, a full-strength Packers team, the Lions, and at the Vikings. The second half of this schedule, really the second 2/3 of this schedule, are an absolute murderer's row.
Mm-hmm. You only get a couple of opportunities there for breather games, quote unquote, in that second half.
I mean, just look how many quarterbacks you play there.
Mm-hmm.
Drake May, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Tyler Shuck, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, Malik Willis, Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Jared Goff, whatever Minnesota's doing. That's a lot of high-end quarterbacks in this league. And that is one of the things that I always look at with a schedule. And I'll be honest with you, I think a lot of those teams have the advantage at quarterback over Caleb Williams.
I could agree with that.
How many of those guys would you take Caleb Williams over right now? Because I'm definitely not doing it with Drake May. I'm not doing it with Sam Darnold coming off a Super Bowl.
No.
So you get to Baker, Tyler Shuck, Malik Willis,
Minnesota, yeah. You get the advantage in 4 games.
It is hard for a team that has defensive issues, and they did. The Chicago Bears had a plus 22 turnover differential last year. Let's play a fun game. How many teams were over plus 11?
7.
It's 4. That was the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Bears. You notice one thing about those 4 teams I just said? Bears are the least talented defense of the bunch. Not even I don't even think it's even close. They might be closer to Jacksonville now that they've lost Devin Lloyd and a couple other pieces off that defense.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not the Houston Texans. You had a plus 5 turnover differential over Houston, who to me is the best defense in the NFL, and it's not all that close. There's just a lot of things that went right. And I feel like Chicago can have a year where they take a step forward as a team, but the record takes a step backwards, and I'm curious how people are going to respond to that. Because I think they're being set up for failure. You're not matching the record from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. what were they, 13-4 last year? 12-5, something like that.
Or 11-6.
11-6. I mean, I'd say you're probably not getting to that, but say you got a shot.
I don't love a shot. I really don't. I think it's a 10-7 team at best. I think it's more likely they probably finish 9-8. In the NFC, that might sneak into the wild card. I just think I think you got very lucky last year. So unless there's something to Caleb Williams that I haven't seen in 2 years in Chicago and 3 years in college, you better hope that roster is better than I think it is.
No. You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Mostly cloudy through the afternoon on this Monday with the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as the high gets close to 83. More rain should fall this evening with areas of patchy fog overnight and a low falling to 66. Tomorrow cooler with showers and storms increasing into the afternoon as the high approaches 79 degrees. A little bit warmer on Wednesday and still a chance for some wet weather with periods of showers and thunderstorms and a high close to 85. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
Back in the Sportsocracy, it is ESPN Asheville, and Jeremy, as I continue to get older and I look at these children today, they're just not learning the same way we used to have to learn with abacuses and.
That's because nobody had a stick to beat them in the head with, like we did.
Well, they tried, but they found a judge that overturned that in court, and here we are.
So we had to start building safe spaces in elementary schools. Like, I feel fine here. You should. It's not the way the world works.
Sit there and stroke the wall, Jimmy. You'll be okay. I'm not poking fun. That's actually a thing that they do now, and that should scare us all.
You know what scares me? We have too many people that think they're rappers and not enough that think they're electricians. That's what scares the bejesus out of me. Because I'm afraid there's going to come a day where we have all the power and nobody to run it. And I'm one of them. I have no clue. I know there is a pole that makes power that comes into the house. How you get A to B to C, I have no clue. 2 words that a lot of children need to hear that if they've never heard before. Trade school. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Listen here, Johnny. You're going to be a hell of a rapper. Rapping sandwiches at McDonald's. Okay? That's exactly where you're headed. Especially if you keep trying to cheat on all of your coursework. So a new study has apparently shown that with the overusage of AI nowadays, what would you think is happening to grades in school? You would think with more computer technology and more information at your fingertips that you'd be able to do better in your classes. That's what I would think.
You would think.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the percentage of failing grades in multiple UC Berkeley computer science classes in the spring of 2026 significantly higher than past semesters and marks a departure from the department's grading guidelines. 35% of the students received Fs in the spring in 2026.
This was at Cal Berkeley?
This was at Cal Berkeley. They're using way too much AI. And here's the thing, the AI is apparently just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Have we not learned this
AI
yet?
only does what you tell it to do. Everybody that gets scared by AI, if you'll stop telling it things, it will stop knowing them.
Unbelievable. And cheating is so easy to spot now.
Look,
because AI's giving all the kids the same papers.
Look, this is I'm going to say something, and this is me as a grown up boy giving something to the rest of the world. For us to have real successes, we also have to have some failures. And I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna prove a point to you.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever gone to your doctor and asked where he finished in his class? Because I did, and my doctor went to Florida, and it was a number that scared the hell out of me. Because if you finished ranked there in a medical school at the University of Florida, you should not be a doctor on people. You should be a doctor on poodles. And this is the guy that's keeping me alive. That scares me a lot. I love him. He's a great doctor, I think. I am questioning that now. His response was, "Where did you graduate?" I was like, "When was the last time you let me put my finger in your butt?"
Whoa. That
Tank's having a colonoscopy done later this week.
I don't like any of those jokes. Let's not do jokes.
I know, that's why I told it.
Let's not talk about this.
It was how uncomfortable he got that made me feel. That's why they gave you a PhD there, Dr. Woo Woo. I don't have one of those.
I like Dr. Woo Woo.
Or an MD. I don't even know what the letters stand for.
Go on.
I tell stupid jokes on the radio. You go Dr. Woo Woo. That's why you had to graduate higher than I did.
I don't remember signing up for this. I really don't.
Oh, no, you did. I mean, they don't do it.
I don't remember agreeing to this. Okay?
They don't. By the way, programming note, we will not be on air Thursday, both because of the World Cup and because Tank has a meeting with Destiny.
Yeah. Tank's getting a straw stuck in his milkshake. He don't like it.
I haven't heard you say that one yet. go ahead and tell you, you should turn your phone off on Wednesday night. Don't turn it back on until Friday, because nothing you get from me will not be wildly inappropriate. My
you do
story.
That? You keep sending me stuff like that. I'm gonna start live chatting my experience with the jug on Wednesday evening.
It's okay. I know how to turn my phone on. Put that bad boy in airplane mode. My story is also about AI, and this is something that I felt like that it went without saying. But here we are. The Chinese have developed a robot. They don't have a name for it.
Okay.
I read the whole story.
Okay.
And it's powered by AI.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, they put it in a clown wig just to make me really hate it.
Mm-hmm.
But this looks like the robot dogs and all the other things that you've seen. It doesn't look all that impressive until you see the little tricks it can do. It's a martial arts robot.
Ah.
So they taught it a whole lot of moves in martial arts. You know what they didn't teach it? Depth. So when you start doing your kung fuing, you should probably know how far away you are from other things. In this instance, children.
Ah.
So they had a demonstration of the AI robot in Xinjiang. It's a tourist attraction. And they start letting Mr. Jerky Robot here do his kung fuing. Well, he ended with a Judy kick right into the stomach of what looks like a 4-year-old.
Yes!
And I mean, he decleated this kid.
Wow.
The kid immediately bends, just folds up, like, as you have seen countless times. It's just a little daunting when you see it on a. This kid's probably older than 4. He's probably 6. But okay, I don't know why I have to. I don't. Elon, anybody that has some say here. If you don't teach it, it won't know it. So why did you invite the robot to Diamond Dave's Ninja Teaching School? Because that's not a thing we need it to know.
You don't go ninja-ing anybody who don't need ninja-ing.
Did you or did you not see Terminator? Because I feel like you should have. And you should have learned we should not have taught the machines how to hurt us.
Now, sometimes it don't always work for an injury, but it practice makes it perfect.
Be trying this on your kids or your dogs.
Robots don't need to know how to do karate.
Mm-mm.
Okay?
Stop teaching it things that can hurt us.
Right.
It's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going to learn it on its own anyway. So
AI doesn't know anything you didn't teach it. Ask that to any programmer in the world. They'll tell you exactly what I just said. It won't know what you don't tell it. Now, if you start telling it things that can ultimately, I don't know, lead to it knocking your head clean off your shoulders, that's on you. But the rest of us have to deal with that as well.
But AI doesn't have the ability to
it's not self-aware.
Find things on the internet and learn it.
You have to prompt it to. It's not self-aware. You had to teach it whatever it knows.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say.
Yeah,
they say it's not self-aware.
Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy that sits out in his shed in the woods going, the government's out to get us. No, the government's too stupid to be out to get you. However, they might do some things that one day you go, hey, you remember when that big hillbilly on the radio box told us that they had taught it kung fu? I got 14 AI bots out in the yard kicking trees right now, and I don't like it. And the birds are circling, and I'm scared to death.
They're coming for you, Jethro.
Look,
They'll get you.
You lost control of the birds. Let's not do the same thing with the AI robots.
Oh, AI karate robots, unfortunately, are real. And here we are.
That's a thing that we said today.
Ooh, I hate everything. Hey, maybe that's why we're leaving up the octagon on the White House lawn.
Will you stop trying to do this? No,
we can have
you do that down there, okay? When you're playing with your other friend, you can do all the things you're trying to do right now.
Robots. Robot Wars.
We're talking about the Arizona Cardinals.
Are we?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the Chicago Bears.
And we were. And then we were done with the Bears.
Oh, okay.
So now we move on.
Okay.
We got a schedule to keep, Tank.
All right.
Jacoby Brissett is reporting to Cardinals minicamp. I need the song. I need Sarah McLachlan. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
What? But he's not going anywhere. He's staying.
No, I know.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
It was the single greatest holdout in the history of holdouts. It was like Daryl that worked the Fry Daddy at Burger King telling you he was not doing anything unless you gave him $17 an hour. Cool. No. And that's exactly, it ended the same way. No, we won't do that.
Oh, I thought he was still getting a reworked deal.
Oh, he's getting a reworked deal. It's just not a raise. We'll rework it and we'll put some escalators in there if you start 17 games. You won't. We'll rework it. We're not extending you. We're not bumping up the pay structure because, and I cannot emphasize this enough, you're Jacoby Brissett. And no matter what you do, you will never stop being Jacoby Brissett. It's who you are.
Yep.
So, no.
Mm-hmm. Still, even with the new possible escalators in the reworked deal, he'll still be making less money than Kenny Gainwell. And dear Jason, I hate you.
Now, here's the funny thing is, and this is something that I laughed about as well. If Jacoby Brissett had continued to sit out through OTAs, he was at risk of losing $107,000 a day. It doesn't take long of being fined $107,000 a day to get to $4.88 million, which is what his deal was for.
Right. It's like, well, maybe I'll show up now.
Jacoby, you could end up playing this season for free if you don't show up.
Well, thank God.
I couldn't get around what exactly. So, what would make you feel better? Like, what did Jacoby Brissett need to go? Yeah, now I feel fairly compensated as technically an NFL starter.
He just didn't want to be making less money than Gardner Minshew, who was backing him up. That's what this was all about.
Okay, we'll give you a raise of $261,000.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
That's exactly what so he went from 4.88 to the possibility of making $5.39 million, only because Gardner Minshew is already making a guaranteed $5.14 million. That's the only thing this was about. I'm not making less than the backup.
The only thing I can tell you is about a month ago, they were significantly far apart on what Arizona wanted to do and what Jacoby Brissett wanted.
Yep.
That tells me everything I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
He actually thought he was going to come out of this with $15 to $20 million. That was never happening.
No.
Because here's the thing. You want to make more than Gardner Minshew. The problem is that you and Gardner Minshew are the same person.
Mm-hmm.
If Arizona released Jacoby Brissett right now, do they win more or less games in 2027?
Doesn't matter.
I would agree. Do I want to win more games in 2026?
No, I do not.
2026, 2027, how are we going to say it?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to win. So even if I feel that way, that's not actually a positive. I want to draft your replacement in 1 year. And at some point this year, I'm going to find out if I already did that when I took Carson back in the third round.
You didn't. I just wanted to
agree.
Answer that for you.
I mean, I hate to skip to the back of the book, but you didn't.
Mm-mm. I mean, maybe if they only start rushing you from the sides, then he'll be great at catching up those blitzes. But they come from the middle, too.
That's a Sid the Sloth. That's a Sid the Sloth joke.
He's kind of like a flounder. He's just got the walleye.
depth perception, not exactly a strong suit.
Right. I think if we were at a karate competition, I'll take the robot.
No doubt.
I'll take the robot over Sid.
I'm still dumbfounded. There are times that agents do things. Because I feel like the agent for Jacoby Brissett said, oh, you got them right where you want them. How? How do you have them right where you want them? Yes, they did sign you to a 2-year deal. That is a good thing because you have a job. I do think this is the one time there in my life, and that's why I thought it was the funniest holdout ever. You have two sides that are perfectly fine with this going any way except him getting a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Brissett's like, hey, you want to cut me? Just cut me. No. I don't want to do that.
I don't think we will because then I have to pay you.
No, because then I got to pay you for doing nothing. I don't want to do that. That's stupid. I would rather pay you to do something. I just don't want you to do it all that well.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? Red Sea just super chatted something that makes all this make sense.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
Jacoby Brissett doesn't have an agent. Yep. You know that old thing they say about lawyers? Yeah, when you represent yourself, you have a fool for a client. I say the same thing about agents. When you represent yourself, you have a. Have you ever noticed how many times? First of all, the percentage of guys in the NFL that don't have an agent is absolutely minuscule.
Oh yeah.
You ever notice those guys get into contract negotiations a lot? It's because they know you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't. As a consistent watcher of the first 48, lawyer up immediately. If that's not the first words out of your mouth, oh, that makes them think you're guilty. Doesn't matter. You're in that room, they already think you're guilty. Lawyer up. And however much you think you should spend, triple it. Because the last thing that you want is old Gilbert Goober from the local community college that just got his law degree. Nah, dog, you need a hammer. That's 17% of my... Don't care. Worth it. Do it. Hire an agent immediately. And get out of his way.
Or don't do crimes.
Although I think we've already resolved that the federal government is telling you can do crimes. We don't care anymore. Brendan Sorsby did crimes. That changes nothing. He'll be the starting quarterback of the Texas Tech Raiders this year.
Well, he didn't do crimes. It wasn't a crime what he was doing.
To the NCAA it is.
Sure.
To your employer, which the NCAA at the end of the day is your employer, it was a crime. And they said, no, you're fired.
But are they my employer?
Yes.
They refuse to call me an employee, so they're not really my employer. So I don't have to. Do you draw money from participating in their festivities? Yes, you do. If the NCAA failed to exist, do you have any of the protections? Hey, your insurance. There's a fun one. Do you know who carries that? Because I do. This is one of those battles that I'm just warning you. You don't want to go down this rabbit hole. As players, you do not want to go down this rabbit hole. Of what? Not being employees?
Yeah, your medical insurance. So when your leg gets snapped 48 ways to Sunday, now what happens then? Yeah, they're your employer. They may not call you that, but we kind of all know what it is.
Which just goes further down that path. Why don't you just call them that on paper, and then we could change all of this.
We can't even get to the point of telling them how many years they're allowed to be here. I think we have significant hurdles to get over before we get to that one.
I guess. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Two-a-days will continue after the break here. Top of the hour, we'll pick up the Cleveland Browns.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Mostly cloudy through the afternoon on this Monday with the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as the high gets close to 83. More rain should fall this evening with areas of patchy fog overnight and a low falling to 66. Tomorrow cooler with showers and storms increasing into the afternoon as the high approaches 79 degrees. A little bit warmer on Wednesday and still a chance for some wet weather with periods of showers and thunderstorms and a high close to 85. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Rev up Father's Day gift giving at summitracing.com. You'll find unique gifts, parts, tools, accessories, and more. Or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop summitracing.com, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th. Listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Incredible service, honest communication, trusted accountability. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Voters are listening to the radio, tons of them. If you're running for office, radio is where people are actually tuned in, not swiping past ads. Connect with communities everywhere and get on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
The Atlanta Braves are rocking into the 2026 season. When lights are on, the Braves are on. Asheville's Real Rock 105.1. Brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
First News on 570 with Mark Starling and Tag Spencer.
I have 2 growing children to pay for.
Aren't they old enough to work yet? I feel like we should put them through a summer work internship.
Weekday mornings at 6.
Why don't you bring them to work with you every day? We'll
Why don't you bring them to work? Wait, no. Won't somebody else take them to work with them every day?
On News Radio 570 WWNC.
This is my me time.
My me time, he says.
And now on 92.9 FM.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog eat! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy final hour of the program here on a Monday. With the daily draft coming up before we get into the Cleveland Browns two-a-days.
And talk about your quarterback.
Oh, goody.
Aren't you so excited?
Sure. Why not? What are we talking about now?
Oh, he's put a hard deadline on an extension.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Firm.
I mean, let's just rush out to give him whatever he wants, because it's winning us so many games as it is. Give me a break. Re-up him for what you're paying him now and be done.
I believe he will say, pass.
Go ahead.
Which is what you've done in large part for all the sporting events that happen around the sporting world that are not football.
Yeah, pretty much. So today's daily draft is the best sporting events that are not football related.
Yes.
There are good sporting events.
Yes.
Okay. That
I'll take
football related.
I'll give you the first pick. You pick whatever you want to. I do not care, and I promise you it's going to be insane to me. Maybe not. There is one you could say that I think you like. That
the Masters.
That was the one I didn't want you to say. I got two.
I mean, that's that really, when I think of other marquee events in sports, I mean, that's number one. That's not football related. We've got all of the, the basketball tournaments and the baseball playoffs and all of the things, but I mean, there aren't very many events, hell, if any events, that not only have the allure, right, the exclusivity that comes with the Masters. This is not just a ticket that anybody can go out and get. Right, I feel like you got to be vetted, and you got to have your bank account examined, and you can
only to get tickets.
Right, you can only get in the gate if they can make sure that your 401k is stable.
Yes, it is very hard to get tickets to the Masters.
And
you got to win the lottery.
Right, it's got the longest history. It's got the most bravado, I would say, of any of the other non-football events that are out there.
I didn't plan that well. I should have known you were going to do that, because you weren't going to take at least one of my next two.
Mm-hmm.
My one is Stanley Cup Finals.
Okay.
I don't even understand the sport. I understand the vagaries of it. Like, I get the rules. I know what icing means. I understand all that.
Mm-hmm.
There are times that things happen that I go, I don't really know why that just happened. I now know you cannot flip the puck up in the crowd. I didn't know that. That was news to me. I thought that was just a thing that happened.
You get a penalty for that?
Yes. But I was locked in Saturday night watching Game 3. And I'll be locked in tomorrow night watching Game 4.
Yeah.
Because and it's not just that, we're in a Carolina Hurricanes market. I am intrigued by this, and I don't know any of the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I know maybe 5 players across both teams combined. And there are very few sports where I can do that.
No.
I can't do that with baseball. I know nobody in baseball, and I don't care.
Okay.
But I can do it with Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup Finals. That was an interesting choice.
I'm having to play you because I know I've got several that you're not going to take. I'll go March Madness second. Because I know you will take that one, and I've got 2 more that I know you wouldn't take if we did this all night.
It was coming off the board immediately if you didn't take it.
The funny thing about March Madness is it's 5 years ago, it would probably have been my one because that was college basketball. But now you've messed this up to such a point that I can't have it any higher than this. I didn't even really want it this high, but I knew I had to take it before you did. It's still great. That first weekend, the wagering is phenomenal. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. Everybody takes off work, or they're watching it after they get off work. I think March Madness is still premier.
Agreed.
Now it gets a little bit tougher for Tank because he's going to take the World Series in one of the next two.
Possibly.
I'm calling my shot on that one. I don't love it, but you better take it.
Daytona 500. That's number 2.
That wasn't gonna be in. I had it on the list. You physically would have had to have seen my list for me to get to Daytona. It was my 12.
Yikes!
I don't know anybody at this point. I don't know squat about NASCAR. There are guys that are winning a lot of races that I don't know who they are. You lost the stars, and you will see a very consistent theme with me. If you don't have stars, you better be able to quickly develop them. And one race doesn't do that. Michael Waltrip won a Daytona 500. That didn't change anything of who I thought he was. A lot of these others for me, are weekend events or they're week events or something like that. You can change the narrative on who you are because it's not just one 200-lap race. I like it. It's fine. I will level with you. I haven't watched a lap of a Daytona 500 live in 10 years.
Shoot.
All the people I cared about in the sport are gone.
Okay. All right. To me, that is the other non-football premier event that's not March Madness. Because, I guess I'll take the World Series next because there were only 3 worth getting, and you took one of them. So,
I've still got a bunch that are worth getting.
Which is crazy.
And there's one that I know you're not going to take.
How you could get 11 events before the Daytona 500, I'll never understand.
There are some that they're light years ahead. Light years ahead. The World Series is irrelevant to me. You screwed up the sport. I know there's going to be one superpower against one spunky little upstart because it's what we do every single year. You'll get a Rays, you'll get a Blue Jays, and even the Blue Jays spent a bunch of money. I don't care. I grew up with a father that was a Reds fan. I know they have no shot. I don't care how good they are. Ellie De La Cruz, you'll be a Yankee in 2 years. I don't care. There's nothing there. The World Series was not even on my list. I would have taken it just solely because I had to, but I have less than zero interest in the World Series. It caught me last year because I had a Blue Jays that could have won it and dethroned the big mighty superpower. You got me for 3 innings at most.
You missed a hell of a finish then.
Oh, no, I saw the finish.
Oh, okay.
But that's all I saw.
Gotcha.
If I only have to – I'll say that about the Daytona 500 too. If I only have to watch the last 10 minutes, it ain't here. It is not here. My next one's the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
You don't care anything about horses.
Hell no.
That's the easiest thing. If you can't bet on the Kentucky Derby.
Pay me to go to the Kentucky Derby.
I'd kill to go. I'd kill to go.
Hey, come stand out in the sun all day to see 2 minutes of racing.
Yeah, brother. The only way you're standing in the sun is if you ain't got a whole bunch of dollars, which it costs a whole bunch of dollars to get in there. The ones with dollars, they're under an awning. Somebody bringing them mint juleps. They're doing just fine.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
I also really like horse racing, to be honest. I don't know much about it.
I don't know why.
Because it's fun to wager on.
Well, I guess.
It's fun to wager on. You find a horse named,
so throw darts at a board and just hope that it lands on your number.
None of the first 15 names that came to me were acceptable for me to say on FCC radio. Some of them were really good, too.
Wow. Okay. Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, now I'm taking one to keep it away from you. It's WrestleMania. WrestleMania is awesome. Even if you don't know anything, because they're always going to lather up.
Do I get to go to day 2 of WrestleMania?
No. I get the whole event. You take SummerSlam if you want it. You can take the Royal Rumble if you want it, but I get WrestleMania. Because that is the one time it doesn't even – you don't even need to know the storylines. If you even passively have paid attention to pro wrestling in the last 10 years, there's going to be 10 people you know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty good about my list right now. And I've
you should
got
see
two
as how
more.
you're the only one interested in any of this.
And I've still got 2 more hammers.
Hammers? You haven't said a hammer yet. How do you have a hammer?
Oh, I have. I never thought this day would come, by the way.
I'm going to the International
said,
Poo Sticks Championship. Let's go to that.
I never thought the day would come where I, as the one that diminished every other sport, would be the more interested in the big events. That part is blowing my mind.
It's because nobody else has events like football. It's just
no, I'm not comparing them.
Right.
But you got a 7-minute or a 7-month dead period that you got to do something. And sorry, I hate movies. I hate them. I don't have anything else to watch. I'm going to find something else. By the way, every event I have outside of one is in the off season of football. I've got one that happens during football season. And it doesn't happen every year.
Let's see. What other sporting events outside of football are still available? Let's go College World Series. Yeah.
That was one of my 3. Look, my school's in the College World Series. They've never been there before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested. That's why I wanted to do this today. Because I'm looking around going, me being the diminisher of things, I have still found myself captivated by 3 things at one time, which is weird because I hate them all.
Because you normally can't get involved.
No, because I don't. If you told me we were going to go watch Arkansas and Auburn play a regular season baseball game, I'd have to wash my neighbor's dog's walker's hair in a vat of pickle juice. I'm trying to think of how bad could it possibly be.
Felt like an adventure.
It was. It just kept. It just kept elevating there. I have been locked into the College Baseball World Series.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sitting here telling you I'm watching 9 innings every game, but if I'm and this has happened multiple times, if I'm in a restaurant and I look up and we're in the bottom of the 7th and it's still a competitive game, yeah, I'm interested. Especially when I saw Florida State or West Virginia. 2 schools I love. Mm-hmm. One of them couldn't pay it off. The other one did. Yeah, that's better than anything Major League Baseball has done in the last 20 years. I'm so glad you said that, just mainly because I had 3 and I needed you to eliminate one, and I know you ain't taking these other 2.
No, not a chance. At least I know the Army-Navy game's not going to be on there.
Nope, I can't put that one on there because that's football.
That's a football thing. Oh, God, I still got one. The Scripps National Spelling Bee. Yes. Official.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
I didn't see that one coming.
You didn't see that one coming.
I mean, you going to elaborate on it? Or I like Scrabble.
Just the thrill of victory, man. Just the agony of defeat. And to watch a 12-year-old cry on national television, that is my kind of fun right there. Oh, shoot. Couldn't spell Klondike. Dang it. I thought it was with a C.
I don't think they ever get eliminated on words like that. Yeah, this is where Jeremy definitively wins this because I'll take the World Cup and the Ryder Cup. And I knew those 2 would last. First of all, the Ryder Cup would have been my 2.
Which is
I knew
insane.
you would not take it. Oh, you've never watched it. The thing that kills me is you took the Masters 1, which I don't disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
That would have also been my 1. The Ryder Cup's 2. Because the Ryder Cup is nanners. Europe, America, depending on where it is, you might get, the crowd's chanting stuff. The golf tends to be not always the most dramatic thing you've ever seen, but a lot of times even if there's a big lead, you still got it's in debate late.
Mm-hmm.
The World Cup, it's simple. Hide behind the flag. That's it. Do I know America's not winning this thing? Yes, I do. I know it definitively. I also know that when that first game pops up, I'm going to be looking around going, hey, what would you like to do tonight? Watch a competitive sporting event that our country's in or de-ice the freezer? Yep, that one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy.
Yeah, de-ice the freezer.
I know.
I'm in.
I know.
I'm in.
I broke you. You used to care about everything.
I
Few
didn't.
years
That's
with
true.
me,
That's not
and
true.
all of a sudden,
That's not true. I haven't cared about everything. I've always
cared about a lot
I've always
more.
not liked golf or tennis.
And yet you took a golf event first.
Well, I mean, it's the only because you took all the good sports away. You went, I want to talk about a list of all the things that we would do if the one thing that we want to do didn't exist. Well, shucksy doodles. Do you have a bunch of skinny kids spelling words?
And this is coming from a man that will watch a regular season Major League Baseball game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All day long.
I tried to figure out
tournament.
I tried to figure out the last time I watched a regular season baseball game. I got to COVID and went, I'm tired of going back this far. And I still hadn't stopped.
Good for you. Good for you. Let's see. We've got a Shanahan and Ananism, but I don't know if we can read it.
I don't think we can read that. I feel we're going to take a break. We'll discuss amongst ourselves whether that is readable on air.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll return.
That's right.
To talk about Tank's quarterback and a Shanahanism.
Woo! You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
Now's your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, TRIP. That's TRIP. Enter it now.
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
This September, coming back to Las Vegas, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com.
But starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only or while presale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more presale details. What's in your wallet?
Voters are listening to the radio, and they're really listening. If you're running for office, radio gets your message heard, not scrolled past. Reach communities everywhere and be on the air in just 48 hours. Go to winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
Everyone's talking about the FIFA World Cup.
But did you know the only place to hear the action for free is iHeartRadio?
What on earth have we just witnessed? iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026
live.
Can you believe it?
Every unforgettable moment,
wherever you are.
Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
And don't miss the U.S. men's team's first match Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
The world will be listening.
How about you?
92.9 on the FM dial is your new home for 570 WWNC.
Balanced budget, no deficit spending, not getting us involved in any wars, no sort of philanderings or anything like that.
Sounds like the most boring president ever.
It's the same station. It's the same news. It's the same people.
Wouldn't it be great?
It'd be wonderful.
Oh.
It just sounds better. Frequency modulation. News in stereo. Now on 92.9 FM.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Who are we going to cheer for on Sundays now?
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. Is ESPN Asheville. We've got a super chat to get to.
It's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
And it is a Shanahan and Ananism from our good friend Kevin Mullen. And he says Kyle Shanahan is trying to tickle his son's feet. And the wife looked at him and said, "You could wait till he's born first." He's got a question. Does San Francisco or Seattle need to answer for the Myles Garrett Rams trade?
If they want to beat them, they do. I don't think San Francisco can't do anything. You can tell me San Francisco went and got Justin Jefferson, and I'm still going to go, I'll take the Rams. And it's really not all that close. Seattle's close. I don't know what they could do to respond. I mean, look, I still think they could beat the Rams on any given day. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you played it 10 times, I'd say the Rams probably win 7 of them. But is there a move you think Seattle could make?
Not necessary.
I mean, not one that makes any form of
Max
sense.
Crosby.
That still wouldn't do it. Not for me. Because I thought the Rams were better than you to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Maybe if they bring in Stephon Diggs, that'd be the two. Is that moving the needle for you, Annie?
It's not for me. I don't think there is one. They're going to be better than you for a year. That doesn't mean you can't beat them. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that move made the Rams the prohibitive favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
And that's the way it's going to be. Now, in the last, I think the stat I saw was the favorite to win the Super Bowl has won it exactly twice in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not a death nail by any stretch of the imagination.
But it's chiming. I can hear it. I can hear it way back in the background because I don't know how you're supposed to beat L.A. the way that team is stacked.
Have you seen the odds to win the Super Bowl?
No.
The only team in the NFL that's better than plus 1,000, which, by the way, the two teams that are plus 1,000 make my brain hurt, are the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Set their line.
650.
You're too high. It's plus 550.
Everybody else is 1,000 or more.
Mm-hmm. Name the two teams that are at 1,000.
The Ravens and the
got one.
Bills.
Got two.
Yeah.
The Ravens, I get to a point. The Buffalo Bills wouldn't be in my top 10. I'd take New England, just in their own conference. I'd take New England over them. I'd take the Kansas City Chiefs over them. I'd take the Chargers, the Texans. I might take the Bengals over the Bills.
Really?
You haven't done it ever. What in the world makes me think you're going to do it with a new coach, a new defense, and I don't know that either one are better than what you had a year ago? The blind faith in the Bills is confusing to me. I understood it with Sean McDermott.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been right there. They need a bounce to break the right way. They never did. But now with a break, I don't understand it. That's in all futures. That is the one thing that is just blowing my mind. That and the denigration of the New England Patriots.
Yeah, because they're like 14th best or something.
6th. Tied with the Eagles and the Chiefs. I also don't understand how the Chiefs are plus 1,600. I'm actually actively in my head trying to figure out how much money could I put on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl this year and make it to February.
And still be able to.
Because that feels like a pretty good wager to me.
Sure. I mean, I feel like there are long odds for a reason. This stage in the game, we don't really know what anybody
Not
is
at all.
Moment.
I'm shocked that that's who you're hedging your bets on.
Mm-hmm. How about Tampa Bay? Where are we at on that list?
I was about to say, speaking of hedging your bets, Tampa Bay is plus 5,000.
Yeah.
Right there with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings.
It's crazy.
That's crazy even to me.
I should be 200,000.
Vikings?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It'd be up there with some of them World Cup teams. I was looking at that earlier today. They're like some of the World Cup teams down at the bottom are like plus 250,000 to win the tournament. I don't think you're going far.
Curacao is 250,000. Really adds to a drink when you get a little blue Curacao.
Yeah, that stuff. Okay, Mr. Hypnotic. What do you
Hey, look, I've bought enough bottles of Hypnotic in my life
Sure you have. Because you know who drinks Hypnotic? Girls that put cigarettes out on your couch.
That wasn't going to be my answer, but it was a pretty good one. You know who drinks Hypnotic? Girls that believe very obvious lies.
Who may or may not be looking for their dad still.
Oh, boy. It just got worse and worse and worse.
So, we're talking about Baker Mayfield's contract in Tampa.
What do you do with that? And this is me. I'm honestly asking you because I know what they're going to do. The question is, what should you do?
I mean, you keep stringing him along on cheap deals, as cheap as you can get them. Because, again, is the market really that much for him? In a year where we've got all these quarterbacks coming into the draft, is anybody really looking at Baker Mayfield going, that's my guy, that's going to be my franchise quarterback?
No.
No, the market is not going to – it's not like Baker Mayfield's going to say goodbye to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hit the open market, and somebody's going to go, here's $75 million a year. That's not happening.
And I think that's the part where Baker. The thing that's always killed me about Baker Mayfield is he does not understand how he's viewed in NFL circles. He never understood how teams preferred Sam Darnold to him. Well, it's pretty obvious. As somebody that watched the two of you compete head-to-head for 3 solid days in Charlotte at one point, I never once thought you were better than him.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Having watched you in this league for 8 years, I have never once thought you were better than him. And so, that's where I'm at with this is, does Tampa Bay have the fortitude? Because he's done after this year. This is the last year of the deal. Do you have the fortitude as a team that's probably going to go 7-10, 8-9, 9-8, 10-7, somewhere in that run, which is going to put you outside the top 10? Do you believe enough in this quarterback class to go into that without a solution of really any kind? Because you asked, is anybody going to give him money? If he hit the market, there would be an interested team. I don't know right now who that team would be, but there would be one. I would have said the Atlanta Falcons if they weren't coached by Kevin Stefanski, but I think that could make for a very uncomfortable reunion.
I think that's going to happen.
Minnesota, one of those teams like
Pittsburgh
that.
Steelers.
Pittsburgh, somebody that's not going to be in the position to draft a quarterback in round 1.
Yeah.
I'll be really honest with you. The answer is the LA Rams. I know they just drafted Ty Simpson, but if they wanted to have another shot at a Super Bowl, that's where he would end up. Already knowing McVay, already knowing the system.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's the problem, is that you're competing against nobody. You know, if Baker Mayfield hits the market, I would say his high side is probably what he makes right now.
33? Isn't that what he's making now?
Mm-hmm. Because you look at how many even if a bunch of guys come back. Now, you've just added another guy into the pool in Brandon Sorsby. That didn't do Baker Mayfield a bit of favor.
Nope.
So, I mean, do you think there is a chance this gets done before training camp? Because I don't.
I don't think so. I don't think they get it done before training camp, and I think if they do reach a deal, it'll be, I want to say, like 3 years at, I don't know, give him $43 million a year or something with the uptick in the market.
Massive overpay to me.
You think so?
That's a massive overpay. With how much talent's coming into this draft class, it's just a massive overpay because nobody else is going to do it. You know, I said the Rams. You're talking about a one-year deal at $20 million. Just to throw him in there until Ty Simpson's ready to take over. That's it. I can't find anywhere else that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Makes
any
all the
team that
sense in
would
the
give
world.
the money or has the money to give
Mm-hmm.
is going to be in a position to take a young guy.
Which is why it makes all the sense in the world. That's what Tampa's going to do.
Yep.
They're going to overpay. They'll pay double what he's worth. And they'll continue to do this. I don't really see a path for the divorce here.
So
I don't see Tampa and Baker just stepping away from each other.
Oh, I do.
I don't.
I definitely see a path to that. Jason Light falls in love with a quarterback. I'll be honest with you. I think there's a bunch of quarterbacks in this league that there could be a divorce. All you have to do is give them a reason to do it, and they will. There are 18 quarterbacks in this class.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep saying that number until it's top of mind for other. That's a lot of high-end caliber prospects. And, I mean, only 8 of them? I think only 8 of them could come back. So you're getting 10, period. That means there's going to be a whole lot of movement. And if you Baker Mayfield, I know what my ceiling is with you. I've known what my ceiling is with you for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a Super Bowl. If I see a quarterback that I can get with my draft spot that I think I can win a Super Bowl with, bye, Baker.
Yep.
I'll save myself $40 million. And a lot of headache from listening to you talk.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. 2-a-days. Continuing next, we'll talk Cleveland Browns.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Mostly cloudy through the afternoon on this Monday with the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as the high gets close to 83. More rain should fall this evening with areas of patchy fog overnight and a low falling to 66. Tomorrow cooler with showers and storms increasing into the afternoon as the high approaches 79 degrees. A little bit warmer on Wednesday and still a chance for some wet weather with periods of showers and thunderstorms and a high close to 85. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International. Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores.
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
iHeartRadio wants you to see Five Finger Death Punch and Cody Jinks live in the city of your choice. We'll handle everything, including the Gold Merch VIP package. Just tap the contest tab when you're listening to us on the free iHeartRadio app to enter. Tickets at livenation.com.
Listen, I'm not for it at all. I don't want there to be UFC fighting on the White House lawn. I don't think that's really appropriate.
You're traditional.
First News on 570 with Mark Starling and Tank Spencer.
Why can't we just have like a reenactment of like a battle or something like that?
So you do want bloodshed?
Well, I just want historical bloodshed. I don't want two roid addicts that are going at each other.
Wildly inconsistent.
Weekday mornings at 6 on News Radio 570 WWNC and now on 92.9 FM.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Back in the Sportsocracy, it's time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes.
Nope.
Don't do crimes again.
And turn the damn button on.
I was about to say I can. It's on your side.
Don't do crimes. And also, kids, don't do drugs. Just take it from your old Uncle Tank, who got to see some of the some of the real true crime of Asheville.
You did your ride-along
on Saturday evening. Yeah, did the ride along with Asheville Police Department. It was a night. And thankfully, nothing got out of hand. Right?
Wait, you did the whole shift?
Well, it's only a 5-hour shift, so you only did like half of their shift. So the guy that I was riding along with, he was actually working 2 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah, he was doing like an extra like overtime deal and whatever. But my shift was from 6:30 p.m. until 11:30 p.m. They say you're not supposed to go on a ride along for longer than that, but it is kind of hard to hit the deadline when you're at the jail booking people. So that was fun to watch that process happen as you have made the arrest on the street, and you see how the process goes, getting the person in, filing the report, talking to the magistrate and explaining the charges and all that kind of stuff. That was
now that you've seen that, do you understand that they really don't want to arrest you?
No, they really don't.
Because it's a lot of paperwork.
They really don't. But sometimes people make them. And I will tell you the story of the one arrest that we made while I was on my ride-along. So before I joined up with the officer, he had responded to a breaking and entering call in West Asheville. There was a subject who had broken into this home while the people were gone. The people came home, and subject was still inside the home, and when they said, "Hey, get out of my house," when they went through the door, the person jumped through the window, and they chased them into the yard and was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you wearing all of my clothes?" Because person had taken the people's clothes and put them on, and they were saying, "Hey, take my clothes off and get out of here." And before the cops showed up, that's exactly what subject did. took off every stitch of clothes that they had on, and went running butt naked into the woods. Yeah. That's a way to do it. Also left behind all of subjects' personal belongings. So this was a houseless individual who had all of their earthly belongings in a backpack and then just went, nope, running, and just left everything behind. Cops come along and go, well, we're searching. They got the drones out. They did the heat-seeking drone footage and all that kind of stuff. Could not find the person. Could not find her at all. Fast forward a few hours later, we're on the ride along, and two of the other officers from West Asheville called up and said, "Hey, I think we got your person here." Described the subject that they were looking for, brought him out, and I'm telling you, man, I have never seen a higher person on planet Earth. If public intoxication were a person, it might have been naked homeless person. They had found free clothes somewhere in the neighborhood by the time we had caught up to them. But here's a helpful hint. Don't do drugs, and running through the woods naked's not a good idea. It didn't seem to, to hurt that person that much, but I would be afraid I'd trip and fall on something.
All you need is one briar to change your life forever. My story is also about a nudeman. Don't do stuff just naked.
Yeah, don't. No.
Guy's name's Gary Golter, 79-year-old man. Give you one guess what state he's from.
In Florida.
He is from Florida. He also lives on a street that's kind of funny. And I'll tell you what that is.
Does he live on Cox Avenue too?
No, but it's in the same vein, especially for this crime. This brings us back to old Sheriff Grady Judd, who he's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He did a social media video where he explained what Mr. Golter did, and it was pretty simple. He said, this is Gary Golter. It was sunny. And he was watering his grass with a hose in his right hand, and he had his hose in his left hand. I don't know how to say this, but he was doing this in front of a 16-year-old and 13-year-old girl,
Yikes.
And we don't like it. So we arrested him.
Mm-hmm.
So from the way I take it, old Gary just needed to water his lawn and thought it was okay to let his Johnson get some sun. What's the funniest road name that I could possibly say? What's the funniest road name I could say here that he lives on?
Cialis Boulevard.
No, that one's pretty good too. It was sunny.
Uh-huh.
He was pantsless.
Uh-huh.
He lived on Sunnywood Circle.
Sunnywood Circle.
He took it way too literally.
Of course he did.
Why do you want to get sun in that particular? That's not a place you want to get sun. If that looks like my face does right now, gonna hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad day.
Gonna hurt real bad.
100%. Wow. Mm-mm.
Don't naked garden. Jerry Seinfeld said this years ago. There's good naked. There's bad naked. That's not good.
No.
And frankly, after
you
seeing
could
Gary,
stop. You could just stop at 79-year-old man.
No doubt.
Stop.
After looking at Gary, buddy, you should shower in a unitard because there is nothing good about that.
Right. Look, the NCAA is all hot and heavy about getting Congress to get on top of this NIL business. Fine, but I also think we need a federal law that puts an age limit on nakedness in public. Right, like that's an extra charge on top of everything else. Oh, you were caught robbing a bank? That's bank charges. Oh, you're a 70-year-old man naked robbing a bank? That's like, I don't know, 6 life sentences on top of what you're about to serve for bank robbery. There needs to be a law. And the age limit gets put at 38.
I'm still a very old man.
Can we go 30?
I'm still available.
Nobody wants to see you naked.
They may not want to, but good number have.
Dear Lord. Yeah, Jeremy's going to be one of these guys one day.
It may not have been the highlight of their life, but
it certainly was not.
Nobody ever asked for a refund. That's all I'm saying.
They also never asked for seconds.
Never called it impressive, but they did tend to call back.
Okay. Back into the show here in the Sportsocracy.
I think my shirt by itself tells you that one day I'm going to be one of those guys that don't walk by his house. That dude's crazy. That dude is out of his mind.
Your shirt certainly does send a message.
No doubt. My shirt says that guy right there, fun guy.
He's very happy. Very happy indeed.
I like this shirt. Shut up.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
Tank's the only man that can show up at Lilith Fair and not have to change his wardrobe.
Absolutely not.
I don't need to hear your excrement.
He's so sensitive about his shirt. And I love it. It's great. It's great.
I have that same one in plaid.
Looks like something a blind accountant would wear. It's wonderful.
I love that we've triggered into slam poetry on each other's wardrobes. Tank Spencer, the only man that's ever gone to a Goodwill and heard one of the attendants say, if you don't take this for free, we're going to throw it out. And he wore it on a Tuesday.
Dang right. Never let that go to waste.
Oh.
All right, the two-a-days. Continuing here with the Cleveland Browns.
They're not good.
They're not good at football.
And they're less good now than they were a week ago.
Yeah. Unlike, fans in the state of Illinois that are begging the Chicago Bears not to move, there are a whole bunch of people in Ohio going, could somebody please take Cleveland?
I'd love to have my Sundays back if it's at all possible.
We've had this football team for a long time, and they ain't done nothing since Jim Brown was
They
here.
left and came back worse. How did that happen?
Anybody got a friend in San Antonio? Can we call them, see if they're interested? Myles Garrett's no longer there, and now you've got a team that's really not worth talking about.
I will say, if you try to get to, hey, who are the 5 best players that play for the Cleveland Browns right now? That list gets Hickman way quicker than you want it to. Because for me, it's Jared Verse 1, Carson Schlesinger 2, Denzel Ward 3, Quinshon Judkins, Jerry Jeudy, Errol Fannin.
Yeah.
Oh.
To me, you've got like 4 good players on this team, and 2 of them are rookies.
Well,
So,
you
good
got
job,
look,
guys.
you got a bunch of guys that could end up being good. We just don't know that yet because they're in their first or second year in the league.
Exactly. Pulling in Jared Verse, though, we talked about that deal, how that was
home run.
That's a positive.
That's an A+ for Cleveland, and it gives you 2 first-round picks in this draft class, which I don't think I should have to explain this, but apparently I do. If the Cleveland Browns are not one of the 4 worst teams in the league, you're probably going to have to make a move to get the quarterback that you want. Well, the Las Vegas Raiders are going to be up there somewhere, and I promise you they're going to be taking calls because they know. Doesn't matter what team it is. There's going to be no team that needs a quarterback is not going to have 4 at the top of their board.
Yep.
So I can trade down to wherever you are, Cleveland, and still get either Jeremiah Smith or Cam Coleman, and I'll be just fine. And that's if Nick Marsh doesn't turn into the guy I think he will. So adding that extra first-round pick was a big deal. Then you get 2 day 2 picks for the next 2 years. Cleveland is just one of those teams of I hope to God you don't think it's going to be great this year because it's not.
No, you've added some interesting young pieces.
Sure.
They've kind of remade that offensive line a little bit.
I would make
Not
the
that it's
argument
good,
if you
but-
just take players under 25 years old, I could make the argument that Cleveland has one of the best under 25 rosters in the league. Between Schlesinger, I think Jared Jared Verse is not far off 25. He is still 25.
Mm-hmm.
So Schlesinger, Jared Verse, Mason Graham, Fano,
Fannin,
Denzel Boston, KC Concepcion, Quinshon Judkins. That's quite a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many of those guys pay off? Did you hire the right coach? I think that's all you're trying to figure out this year. I've had a bunch of people ask me about what do I think Deshaun Watson's going to be. I think Deshaun Watson's going to be some facsimile of it won't be as bad as what we've seen in years past because I don't think he could physically fit as poorly with Todd Monken. I kept wanting to call him Todd Golden for some reason. He couldn't fit as poorly with Todd Monken as he did with Stefanski. It's just not possible. He didn't fit that offense well at all. So now you're going to get what I think will be a run-heavier team with 3 legit NFL running backs. Because I think Judkins is, Dylan Sampson is, Raheem Sanders is.
Okay.
You lean on the pass, you lean on the running game, try to set up the passing game off play action, same way Todd Monken did in Baltimore. Do I think any of these quarterbacks are going to be great at that? No. How many quarterbacks on this
Deshaun
team?
Watson has the best shot out of any of them.
How many quarterbacks on this team start more than 2 games this year? I'm just curious if we say the same answer.
More than 2 games?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll say a definite 3, maybe 4.
3 was my answer. Deshaun,
Mm-hmm.
Shador,
Mm-hmm.
and Taylon Green.
He was not one of the ones I was thinking.
To me, there's no doubt. In that offense, when you get to, and let me look at the schedule, I'll tell you what week I think it's going to happen because they have a really late bye. I would say you get Deshaun through probably week 10, switch to Shador in the bye week. You have 3 not good teams in 4 weeks. When they lose all 4 of those games, they go to Taylon Green against Baltimore 2 days after Christmas. Because at the very least, I want to see what he can do. And what is the high watermark for this team? Their schedule doesn't look as bad as it actually is until you realize how many of these games are on the road.
4.
I don't think I've ever seen a team play 6 road games in 10 weeks to start a season. I mean, that's just insane. And 3 of them in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they played 10 – in their first 10 games, they play 6 road games, and 2 of their home dates are back-to-back. And one of them's on a short week. That's just awful. I don't see a win for them until they play the Jets. I don't see more than 2 wins before the bye week. They'll be lucky to get to 2 more after the bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylon Green is enough of a lottery ticket. We said that at the Combine. Any kid that's that fast with that big of an arm is going to get a shot. It may not go well. The vast majority of them haven't. But he's going to get a shot because I need to know what he is.
You don't think Dylan Gabriel gets 1 start?
I don't think Dylan Gabriel makes the team.
Oh, okay.
It should tell you everything you need to know. Hey, what number does Dylan Gabriel wear? 8.
Okay.
What number does Jared Verse wear?
8.
They gave Jared Verse 8 and just went, we're good. You can't both wear the same number at the same time. There was no, I'm going to buy it off of him or anything like that. Just, we tried it. We set a 3rd-round pick on fire. That's where that's going to go. I don't think Dylan Gabriel makes this team. Maybe they try to trade him. I don't know who in the world would take the shot on him. That's one of the top 5 dumbest picks I've ever seen. And for me to say that about a pick that happened in the late 3rd round, that's saying something. It is hard for you to do something that unbelievably stupid.
I didn't think that was the stupid move, though.
That was
stupid move was drafting Shador.
If they had taken Shador at 94 and just left Dylan Gabriel alone, I wouldn't have. It's fine. And I don't like Shador at all. I never thought he was a franchise quarterback. I screamed it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you know exactly what you have in him, which is why you're going to get Deshaun Watson until they know this team's completely out of competition for anything, which won't take long. You'll get Shador for a while. You won't see a significant jump. And Andrew Berry will, in his head, say, we don't have a quarterback. The only one we got a shot with is Taylon Green.
Yep. Not going to be many wins on the docket this year for the Cleveland Browns. They do have some young talent on that team that maybe can grow, but until you find you a quarterback, you're going to be lost. It's like every other team is that doesn't have a quarterback. You are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll see you back here tomorrow at noon.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Mostly cloudy through the afternoon on this Monday with the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as the high gets close to 83. More rain should fall this evening with areas of patchy fog overnight and a low falling to 66. Tomorrow cooler with showers and storms increasing into the afternoon as the high approaches 79 degrees. A little bit warmer on Wednesday and still a chance for some wet weather with periods of showers and thunderstorms and a high close to 85. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International. Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
You were just dumping a bag of hammers.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The Atlanta Braves are on a mission, and night after night they are making their case as one of the best teams in baseball.
3-2 to Drake. And he swings and hits a missile to deep right field to the chop house and out of here.
Chopping toward another playoff run.
Olsen hits it well. Deep center field to the wall and gone!
The Mountain's home for Braves baseball is ESPN Asheville. Proudly brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
ESPN Asheville.
Yeah.
WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.